copies of this book by Alec Finlay called Descriptions. I don't know if you've been aware of it, but it was published this year. We'd really hoped that Alec could come today and do some readings from this book. Sadly, he's not well enough to come today, and he sends his apologies. And I've offered to step in and read some sections from this book at his request. So I'd just like to read 2 sections from the book, and if you've not had enough by then, I got a message from Alec that he emailed me last night as well. So I'm going to read a little bit from Descriptions by Alec Finlay. The first bit is called The Day Before I Was Bedridden. The day before I was bedridden, I'd laughed and joked with my mates. I wasn't going to let my body stop me. Kept thinking I should be recovering. Believed you could overcome ME with willpower and determination. I'd get better if I kept exercising, but the more I tried to reclaim fitness, pushing myself to work and crashing, my health became permanently worse. And then my nightmare came true, and I was bedbound. Some days I couldn't move at all. I felt useless, broken, a grey shadow, everything. Every part of my being impacted. I dozed in and out of consciousness, sleeping in secret, couldn't sit at the table long enough to eat, screaming with pain throughout the night, couldn't comprehend basic sentences, put my kettle in the fridge, was so out of it I tried to open my front door with a coin. So you could take some humour from that, but you could also take a lot of truths from there. We've all been there. We know what it's like. The second passage I'd like to read is a little shorter. My world is the size of my bed. Going downstairs is a journey. Being out in the world is a rare treat. Travel is a chore to be prepared for. Everything seems so far away. Other people walk for me. I plan my travels around car parks and benches. Seeing less, one sees more deeply. I journey in my imagination through space and time. So that's from, as I say, on the table behind that column there, there's quite a few copies of this book by Alec, if you'd like to go and pick one up, or just have a browse. And thank you. I'll just finish with a short paragraph that Alec emailed me very kindly last night, and it mentions long COVID as well. So, the millions missing are real people. They have waited 10, 20, 30, sometimes 40. By the way, I know somebody who's had ME 40 years as well. 40 years for their disease to be treated with the same value of care and scientific inquiry as every other disease. In my case, Alex, I became ill at 21 and I'm now 56. I have never once sat in a room with a GP who I felt understood my symptoms. People have been disbelieved, isolated and received harmful treatment. Now, in alliance with the long COVID community, and anyone here from the long COVID community, welcome, they are no longer willing to have their disease described as a mystery. Because it's not a mystery. It's been around for decades. They are no longer willing to live half-lives in the shadows. There have been many medical mysteries which science has solved, but medical research needs funding. Funding is a symbol for the values a culture holds towards those who need support. It is people with ME who have made this research possible. Finally, they are being listened to by scientists who believe them and are willing to help remove the insult of that word, mystery, forever. So thank you to Alec Finlay for those words. Thanks, Alec. Hope you're watching.